Hello, I'm John Smith, head coach of Oklahoma State University. I'm really excited about this video. We're going to be covering techniques that normally you won't see on a technique video. It's what we call scrambling wrestling from the takedown. It's actually a video that we're covering positions where when we get stopped on the takedown, we take a shot, a high crotch shot, and the opponent stops us. We take a single leg shot, we get extended. I tell you from my experience as an athlete, winning 6 world championships and 2 of those being Olympic gold medals, this is the area that really made a difference for me becoming the wrestler that I became. I was very good after I got stopped on the takedown, and it's the second and it's the third effort that really makes a difference of whether you're going to score. I don't think there's a lot of time spent on this. I think when we drill our techniques and drill our takedowns, we put things together. We post our opponent, hit a double leg to the finish. We hit a single leg to the finish. Very seldom do we work on when we take a shot, our opponent can actually stop us. And we're out in front, maybe in a front headlock, maybe he's covering over the top of us. We're in a high crotch, maybe he's set to his hip. So it's my first video that I've done like this, so I'm excited about it. And I know that these are skills that are really hard sometimes to implement and practice, because a lot of times you got to hit a bad shot, drill a bad shot in order to be able to get to these skills. So I like to put my athletes in the positions. Rather than drill bad technique, I put them into positions and say, let's drill scrambling wrestling from here. I call it scrambling wrestling. Actually, it's very solid technique from the takedown after you get stopped. So, you know, when you watch big matches, whether it be at the NCAA championships, whether it be in the Olympic gold medal match, the skills that I'm covering, you will see. You'll see guys take attempts at a double leg or a single leg and get stopped out in front, but yet give that second effort to finish, to be able to go to another scoring position after you get stopped. And there's several situations that I look forward to sharing with you. So I hope you really take something from this particular video, because it's kind of special to me, because I won a lot of my individual matches when I was an athlete with a lot of these techniques. So I hope you gain a lot of knowledge from this tape. Like I said in the introduction, this is kind of exciting techniques for me, because I know there's not a lot of videos on this type of technique. What excites me about this is it's a second and third effort. It's a gutsy effort performance after you get stopped from a shot. We call it scrambling wrestling off of takedowns, but it's not really necessarily scrambling. It's giving that second and third effort to try to score points. And like I said, you know, this was area for me athletically that really made a difference for me, winning 6 world championships, 2 of those being gold medals, so Olympic gold medals. So it's important to me because of the fact that I know that my team and my athletes are going to be in these positions at times, and we got to be able to score in these positions. Working with me today is Kevin Ward, my starting 157-pounder this year. Kevin has been on the last 4 NCAA championship teams, been a 3-year starter for us. Not only has he been successful athletically, but he's one of our top academic students. Obviously, the single leg is a position that we get to a lot, and we get extended, we take a poor shot, we didn't set our opponent up, we get underneath him. It depends on where you're at with the single leg, okay? How we are on the leg. Is he extended out? Does he have my arms extended? Do I have my arms bent? I'm going to show you some different scenarios of how we can finish up this move and put points on the board. It's a gutsy effort. It's not stopping, okay? What a lot of people do is if they'll take a shot and they get stopped, they put their hands on the mat, and they're trying to keep this guy from going around a butt drag or a walk around. What I want us to think is score. We want to score. I'm not going to wait for him. I'm going to react. Okay? Kevin may take a single leg shot. He hits a shot and he gets extended here. He's extended. Okay? He's in an extended position. All right? And that's what we're going to cover. All right? First, we're going to cover when our hands are locked. You see this quite often when we get in on our opponent here. You see this quite often. The guy gets to the leg, okay, and we get the hands locked, and he extends that leg back, okay, and puts pressure on us right here. If we feel this in this position right here, what I want to focus on is getting my head up on my bicep, my inside arm, the arm that's in the middle of his legs, not the arm that's wrapped around. Either leg, and I shoot my single leg to my opponent's left leg. So if I get extended, I want to focus on getting my head out of the middle. I have no power here. I can't pull, okay? I want to get my head, what we call eye to the bicep. I want to get my eye to my bicep, okay? Lift my head up, get it to my bicep. Now I've got some power. That little movement of bringing my head up and putting it up, eye to my bicep, gives me the strength that I need to be able to possibly suck this leg in. Okay? Now again, these are positions we don't want to end up in, but if we get there, we can still win the battle. Okay? So again, from here, he's extended. Okay? A lot of people drop that head here and keep these arms. You're not going anywhere right here. So what I want to focus on is getting my head up and get that eye to that bicep. Okay? Now from here, I'm going to pull that leg in. Now, back away, Kevin. Okay? So I'm right here with my eye to the bicep. Now from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull. Okay? I'm not going to, I'm going to lift. I'm going to try to elevate my body up. I don't want to pull these arms in like this. What I want to do from here is I want to start to elevate. Now I start to pull. Okay? And I want to get this arm deep. Okay? So again, I'm here. I'm extended. He's back. Elevation, elevation. Now I can come up, okay? And I'm driving this arm deep, okay? I'm driving this arm deep. Now I'm going around. Now, I could spend the whole video on showing you how to finish around that corner on a single leg, but my focus more on is taking ourselves out of bad position, putting it in good position. So again, I'm here. I'm extended. We've taken the shot. Right here. He's extended back. You see it all the time. Guys, heads to the mat. Okay, in this position. Okay, I'm going to try to get my eye to my bicep. Lift it up. Okay, eye to the bicep. Now, I'm going to spring up. I'm going to pull my knees underneath me and start to raise up right here. Okay, you may still hit me right here. Putting a lot of pressure on me, Kevin. Just put some pressure. That's all right. Since I've got my eye up to the bicep, I've got the power. Now as I do that, I'm making half turns. Inside leg up, and I'm driving, creating the angle. Now, all of a sudden, I put him in trouble. Okay? Now it's about you finishing your single leg. Okay? Let's watch Kevin do it. Okay? He's extended, make a half turn. Okay, put your head on the mat, Kevin. Right here. I'm back. His head's on the mat, he's not going anywhere. He's going to work that head up over that bicep. Now he's going to raise up, now create the angle and score. Okay? You're not beat there. Okay? You're in bad position, no question about it, but you're not beat. All right? Now, sometimes I can't get that head up. My hand's planted. Okay? So from here, if my head's planted and I can't get it up, or he's extended, I can't get it up, I'm just going to grip the back of his thigh. Make a half turn. I'm going to grip the back of his thigh. He's extended back, head's down, I can't get it up. I'm just going to grip. And I'm going to let go of this lock. And I'm just going to grip right here. I'm going to plant this hand right underneath my chest, or just outside my chest right here. Now from here, I immediately press that hand to the mat, and I start to build up. And once I build up, I'm going to sink that arm deep, plant it to the mat. And now I'm going to use my inside leg to move, create the angle. Okay? So again, I'm here. I'm in trouble. Heads to the mat right here. Let go. Grip. Plant. Right outside your shoulder. Lift, 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 lift. Move, move, move. Now, once I get right here and I lift, go ahead, extend it. I'm locked, I release, I plant.
Once I start to lift here, drive that hand to the mat. Drive it to the mat. And keep moving my feet towards the leg in a half circle. Okay? Let's watch Kevin do it. Kevin's here. He can't get his head up. He's extended. He's going to grip that thigh. Plant that hand. Okay? Now he's going to start to lift right here. So he jerked it and moving his feet. Go, 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 go. And finishing the move. Okay? Second effort after your beat. All right? Now, sometimes it's hard to get to that angle when we're going around him. Okay? As long as we get elevation, what I'm going to do is change levels and pop underneath him. I'm going to get his hips up, and then I'm going to change levels and drive my knees underneath me. So I'm here. Okay? Again, I can't, if I can jump up, if I can get my head to my bicep, I'm going to be able to pull that leg in. You will too. Okay? If I can't, which that's the problem, sometimes you can't, I'm going to release. I have to release that lock, but I've got to grip the back of that thigh, hamstring muscle, and plant that hand and get elevation. I'm either going to try to create the corner by driving that hand to the mat, getting off my knees, and start moving my feet in a half circle. Notice that I drop my hip. I'll let Kevin do this, but notice like when Kevin gets in, create the angle. Go up, okay? He comes off those knees. Notice how he's dropped his right hip to the mat, okay? Plant that hand right there. I want you to plant it, okay? He's dropped that hip, okay? So from here, when I'm here and I grip and I start to come up, I'm dropping this hip, okay? I'm not staying square. I'm dropping this hip as I'm moving around to finish my takedown. A lot of pressure in my opponent's thigh right there. That shoulder's driving into the high part of that thigh, okay? Now, from here, sometimes I can't get that corner. He extends out right here. I elevate him. I come up. Now from here, all I'm going to do is release. Okay, jump out. All I'm going to do is release. And when I release, I'm going to drive my head, plant that hand, drive this knee underneath my chest, and pop right underneath him. Okay? Right here. And from here, I'm going to come up, all one motion, come up, and out towards the leg. Okay? So I'm here. He's extended. I've got to release. I lock. I come up right here. I can even actually come off my feet right here. Now I just pop. I come up and out. When you come out on the leg, make sure you come out over the top. Okay? So Kevin, he's in deep. Right here. Let me extend back. Start from this position. He drives up, plants. I'm giving him a hip. He really can't get that corner. Now he's going to release. Pop right under. Okay? Come right out. All right? Once again, he's right here. Let's start from the position. His hands are locked. He's trying to get his head up on his bicep. I'm keeping good hip pressure. Can't get it. He releases, grips that thigh. Okay? Plants that hand. Now from here, when Kevin raises up here and drives off this hand, he actually wants to push into me a little bit at the same time. Keep some pressure on me, taking some of that pressure off. So as he comes up here, he's pushing. Okay, right here. Now from here, he knows that he can't get the angle. He's going to change levels. He's going to drive that knee right underneath his chest and change levels. Right here. My weight, remember, my weight's going forward here. I'm trying to keep pressure on. So now he's got me high. Immediately up off the heels, and out. Don't stay on your butt. Don't keep your butt on your heels. Come up and out. Once again, he's here. Start from the start. He's here. Can't get anywhere. Plants, drives, pushes, under, and scores. Really two scenarios there from a single leg. Single leg is the number one takedown in the world from Little League probably to the Olympic level. And with that being the number one takedown in the world, we're going to be in those positions, okay? And keep in mind, if we get to the leg, we get our hands locked, we get our head up, we got a chance. Suck it in. We got a chance to build up, pull it in, create the angle, and score. If we can't get our head up, we got to release, plant. We plant, drive it into him. elevating him up, creating the angle and scoring. Second one, from that position, releasing, hand, elevation, release, pop under, drive that knee, inside knee, back underneath us, up and out. Make sure that when we drive that leg underneath, we get here and we drive and we come up. One motion. Don't stop here. Up, over, and out. And scoring our points from that single leg. We're going to take our single leg shot and we're going to continue to work out of this single leg. And a lot of times what happens is a down block or end up in a front headlock or an arm in front of me or possibly even an underhook. Okay? So when I take this shot here, or Kevin, let's put Kevin on it. Kevin takes this shot, single leg shot. Okay? I might drop an arm down, okay, in this position. And I come over the top of the head. We end up in a front headlock position. Okay? Now, when you feel that front headlock position from a single leg, you can get there from a double leg, you can get there from a high crotch. Okay? Very popular position defensively because of down blocks and guys ending up in that position to stop your shot. So we're going to work from when our hands hit the mat. We've actually hit a shot, we didn't get to the leg because he down blocked us, and our hands end up on the mat right here. Go ahead and drop over me. In a front headlock position. Okay. Now, a lot of times our reaction from here is to start grabbing a hold of elbows and holding on, trying to hold on in here and create a stalemate situation when honestly we should be looking to score in this position. Anytime he ends up in a front headlock position, my favorite position in here is a drag. Okay. But we got to go to it immediately. We don't want to hold position there. We don't want to stop wrestling from that position because a drag is most effective right after you get stopped. Boom, I hit, he front headlocks me, I'm dragging out. Now, on my drag, the hand that's around the neck normally. He's usually here, he may be locking, okay, underneath the arm, he may be controlling the elbow. But whatever I do, I want to reach up with this hand and I want to pull this elbow down. I want to pull it to the mat, right here. Now I'm going to take my free hand and I'm going to grab up on that tricep muscle, or even as high as I can, maybe up in the armpit. Okay? Now from here, I've got him down on the mat. And the reason I like to take my drag to the mat is to try to eliminate a knee tap. If we're up here trying to drag out, he could slap a knee tap on me and set me right to my hip. Okay? So I want to avoid that scenario by taking everything down. So he hits, I hit a single leg, a double leg, I get stopped in the front headlock, I'm going to give that second effort. Pulling down, down, changing off. Everything's quick. Now, from this position, I'm going to step, outside leg, step, and I'm going to pull my head out. And as I pull, I'm pulling him and dragging out. When I get to my drag and I pull everything down, and I want to drag out, I want to be looking in that armpit. Okay? Pulling my head out this way, and scoring. Once I'm in here, and I pull this arm down, don't go reach with this hand first. I need to pull this elbow down lower so I can get up higher on that arm. So when I pull, I'm changing. Okay? Hold on to me. Okay, now from here, I'm using this leg. I'm driving off of it. And when I drive off, that's helping me pull my head out of this hole. Okay, now this arm is, I'm throwing this arm over the top as I'm pulling this drag out. Right here. Okay, back in there. I'm here, pull. Out. Again, pull. Out. Okay. He's over the top. Pull, 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 down, down, down. Change off. Drive, drive, drive. Throw this arm over the top. Dragging right out. When is it most effective? Right after I take the shot and I stop, he goes that front headlock, bam, I'm hitting him. Now in the same shot, whether it be high crotch, single leg or double leg, okay, instead of him ending up in a front headlock position, come on top, a lot of times they'll put an underhook right here, and they'll end up here. And our reaction from an underhook, which to me in this position
defensively, it's a bad position to be in because you've stopped the guy and you've thrown a deep arm in. I mean, when you stop a guy, you should have short arms. Short on your front headlock, short so you can go around. As long as it's a deep arm in, I'm okay. But the problem with that is most of the time when you see a guy, especially that's taken the shot, he ends up with a deep arm, a deep underhook. He feels comfortable. He'll stalemate it. He'll grab the elbow, take it all in, hold the position, blow the whistle. Okay? What you should be doing is scoring. With a deep arm in here, okay, and he's here, okay, all I'm going to do from here, I can go to several things, but I'm just going to show you just one particular one I really like. Okay, all I'm going to do from here is I'm going to scoop. I'm going to pull this down to the mat and I'm going to scoop. I'm going to come across with my free hand. Okay, and I'm going to pull that arm across. Okay, I'm going to pull that underhook out right here in this position. Now from here, I'm going to build up. Outside leg comes up and I end up right back in my drag. Dragging out, driving, and dragging out. Okay, again, I'm here. I'm here. I'm going to pull everything to the mat. I'm really pulling this arm in, the elbow in, right here, to reach across. Okay? I'm going to reach across, grab that hand, pull it out. Now I'm going to start to build back up, sag, and drag. Okay, once again, he stopped. He may be over the top here, okay, in this position. Controlling. Pull it to the mat. Reach across, pull it out. He's going to feel that. He's probably going to start to try to jerk this arm away, okay? And that even helps you, okay? Drive. Notice I'm looking out, okay? Head in the armpit. Face is looking into the armpit as I'm pulling my head out. When I drag out, I want to pull my head first out. Here, okay? And scoring. We discussed that drag out when a guy down blocks me, ends up in a front headlock position. Now sometimes when I take the shot, I hit a good shot, okay, but his arms get over the top. Happens all the time, and my hands hit. If my hands get to a leg, I'm going to stay with that leg, especially that single leg. I'm going to pull it in, head to the eye to the bicep. I'm going to plant, come up, under, plant, go around. I'm going to keep wrestling from there. But if my hands plant on the single leg, I'm going to do what we call a peek out. One of my favorite shots when I wrestled was a low single leg to a peek out. If I miss that ankle, and he sprawled back. Normally his arms are over the top of me. So here's the scenario. We'll do it from a low single leg. Square your feet up. Okay. I'm here. I take the shot. He plants. And I end up here. Arms over the top of me. My peek out. Okay. Normally your peek out goes to the opposite side of the leg you're trying to attack. And it normally only works from a single leg position. You're either working a low single leg or possibly a control to a setup to a swing single or snatch single, whatever, but you end up on the mat with your hands on the mat, you miss the leg, okay? For me, it came a lot from this low single leg, and I know Kevin works this. We've got several guys that work this. We're hitting that low single leg here, okay, and I miss it. Hands plant. From here, I was trying to attack Kevin's left leg. I'm going to peek out to his right side here. I'm going to take this leg, and I'm going to stay with the momentum. I'm going to step up. Now from here, I'm going to take this elbow, and I'm going to drive it into his armpit as I pop my head out. I'm going to pop my head out. I'm going to drive it into his armpit. Notice how I slid my knee underneath me. Right here. Now immediately, I want to drive right back across him. I don't want to try to get up and run around him. I want to go right across him right here. Boom. It's called a peek out. Very effective. If you drill single legs, you need to drill a peek out. You need to drill a drag out. Okay? Again, all these finishes from second effort scrambling from after we get stopped. Really important. Okay? Again, here, I'm going to take the shot right here. I plant. May drop to an elbow. If I do, I come off of it quick. Okay? Peeking. Notice how I'm peeking my head out, rolling it out. As I do that, I'm taking this elbow, outside leg comes up, and jamming it right into his armpit as I slide my knee underneath. Okay? I immediately plant and drive right across him. Don't try to go around him. I try to go around him, you just bring that arm up, bring it up and over me. Okay?
all the way across. There, squares back up. I got to drive through that, through his hips. Okay, again, peek, right here. That position. Okay, once again, I'm here, right here. See, I peeked out. Very effective move. Okay. Not a lot of details to it as far as technique-wise. I'm hitting here. If I'm attacking his left leg, I've taken the shot, I missed it, I plant. From right here, outside leg comes up. I peek out. Take my hand and peek out. From here, I'm going to drive my elbow right back into him. But the reason I can drive hard is because I'm going to slide this knee underneath him. Okay? I'm straightening my back so he'll slide right down my back here. From here, immediately come up off your heel, your butt up off of your heels, and drive across right here. Okay, again. It's that quick. You drill the low single leg, drill that peek out as many times as you do that low single leg. Now we're going to cover some high crotch scenarios when we get stopped. And remember, we've covered the single leg and as well as the double leg. We haven't shown any double legs, but a double could come with that peek out, could come with that front headlock. You know, I could come here working a double leg and I shoot a double and he blocks. You know, I can go right into my drag out, okay, in this position. Okay, if I get underneath him, I don't get to the legs. You know, I may set him up and I get underneath him, but he gets back. You know, I can go to that peek out. Okay, so although I haven't mentioned the double, these finishes, scrambling takedowns to put the points on the board with good skill can work with that double leg too. Okay, so although we didn't mention it, a lot of these work with it. High crotch is a little bit different. Okay, a lot of times when we hit a high crotch, whether you're hitting elbow control, inside, whatever the case may be, what happens a lot of times is when we get in here, okay, the guy will turn his hips on us, okay, in this position. Now, just kick your legs back, sprawl back, okay, right here. And we get a little bit of an angle right here in this position. All right, back up. We get turned, the guy gets an angle. What do we do from that position? Well, there's a few things that you can do. You got to be a little bit careful with that position because he's got such a good position to score defensively that we got to work quickly. First one, if he gets an angle on me, I'm going to take my elbow and I'm going to drive it right between his legs and I'm going to lift his hips up off the mat. Okay, and at the same time, I'm going to change levels. Okay, so I didn't plan on doing this, he put me there. Okay, I hit my high crotch, okay, I'm thinking right here, he gets right here, from right here I'm going to drop, he's beating me. My chances of trying to get that corner are pretty slim now. Try to get to a double leg. Okay, so from right here in this position, I'm going to drop and raise him. Okay, now I didn't take that elbow, okay, up off me. This is really tough because Kevin weighs about 250 pounds. Okay, I didn't take that elbow straight up. I just felt like I could keep the hand on the knee there. Sometimes you'll feel that, and sometimes you'll need to jack your elbow straight up. So again, I hit, he created an angle, elbow up. Okay. Now, from here, all I'm going to do is come back to this leg. I'm going to make it real simple, and all I'm going to do is peek out to the opposite side. I'm going to take my head to the opposite side. We can go to a cradle, half, keep them legs split right here. Okay? Keep them legs split. You got a chance to take him to his back. So, on this high crotch, we got beat around the corner. He got the angle on me that he needed to score. Okay? I'm not stopping there. I'm going to keep wrestling in that position. Okay? Didn't plan on going to this, but I have to because he beat me and put himself in position. So again, I hit a high crotch here. He gets the angle, up. See, I changed levels. Back out. I'm here. I feel him beat me. I drop. And I let his weight follow me, and then up. I can either take the leg up or elbow up. Okay? So again, right here. Peek out. Score. Very, very effective scrambling position. Watching Kevin. Kevin hits. Okay, I get the angle right here. Okay, Kevin immediately drops and puts me up. Peeks his head out and scores. On that first scramble, off that high crotch, we didn't really get extended. On this one, we get extended. The hips go back and we get extended. We have that inside arm on the leg, the head's to the outside, and our hands planted. Okay, we get in this position. I hit, Kevin sprawls straight back, okay, and we end up here. Okay, there's no lifting him from here as far as in between his crotch. Okay, remember, I was in deep on that first one, stand up. I was in deep. I got in deep and he got an angle on me right here. Okay, and what happens a lot of times is we start to try to square up. Here, I'm just dropping, building him up and going up. Okay, now this scenario is I took a shot and he sprawled straight back and I got extended here. Sometimes the head down, sometimes not. I get extended. Whatever you do, keep that hand on the thigh. Just like with my single leg, I want to keep that grip. Give me some heavy hips right here. Okay? Now from here, what I want to do is I want to do the same thing. I want to build my outside leg up right here. And now from here, I'm going to plant that hand and I'm going to drive into him. Now, back out. As I drive up, I'm going to raise my head up. I got a chance to raise my head up on the outside. Now, I'm going to start leaning into him. I'm going to start shifting his weight to try to create that angle to recover and score my takedown. So again, I'm going to have Kevin do this. Turn around. Kevin's extended out here. Okay, right here. Hips are back right here. Okay. Kevin hit a high crotch. He's got his head to the outside. Okay. On the single leg, the head would be on the inside with the other arm. Okay. Here, high crotch. From here, he's going to build. So he plants. Now stop. Now I say he leans. He uses his head by pressuring me across. Outside legs coming up. First build. We want to first get extension up. Okay. Now the head starts to come up and he starts to try to move me. He's taking that pressure. See how he planted my hand. He makes his change off to his double leg, finishes his takedown. Okay. Even though he got beat, he's going to keep wrestling. He's going to keep wrestling with good skill right here. Okay? Again, he plants, elevate first. Right here. Now, outside leg comes up, and he's moving me, and finishing it. Again, right here. Elevation up. Okay? Moving me, and finishing. You'll be surprised is if you get beat from a shot and the guy sprawls out and extends you, as long as you keep your knees underneath, whether you're on the single leg or whether you're on the high crotch, keep your knees underneath you, okay? And you have a chance to recover. Here, not only did he keep his knees underneath him, but he also kept a hold of my leg, okay? So even though he took the shot, hit a high crotch, even though he took it, I put him down, right here. I put him down. And what happens here is Kevin doesn't wait. Okay, he's gotten beat. I got him in bad position. Kevin immediately, remember, all these scenarios, okay, we're doing them right after the shot. I'm beat, bam, I hit, I score. Okay, go. Good. Just like the single leg, you could get caught in the front headlock in this position, where when I go to shoot my high crotch here, he drops his down arm in under. Go ahead and drop the same arm. Okay. He's here. Okay. And remember, this is our drag. Okay. This is our drag. All right. So we went from a single leg to a drag out. Now this is a high crotch to a drag out. If he blocks with the opposite arm, sometimes you might post this arm and he try to bring this arm down. Okay. In this position, you hit your hands right here in this position. Learn to drag from this side. Pull them down, up, dragging out. Okay, so those drags are just as good. Same way with the peek out. Okay, maybe I get under both arms. I'm here, and I get under both arms, and I hit. Okay, and I hit, and he plants me right here. Okay, learn your peek out. So those peek outs, those drag outs, they're very effective in this, along with those single leg peek outs and drag outs. Now I'm just going to show you a couple of drills that we do here at Oklahoma State to help us develop that strength, to help us keep our knees underneath us. Just it's hard drilling, and even at times we'll go live with these situations. But I like these situations in drills. And I want my opponent to give me hips. So what I'll do with Kevin, okay, is I'll put him on a single leg, okay? And I want Kevin to drill this over and over again, the things that we just discussed. And I'm going to give him hips here, hip pressure. I'm going to make him finish. I'm going to make him work. I'm going to make him feel the need to bring his hips underneath, the need to build up. So he's just going to drill this real quickly 3 times. Go. That's good hip pressure I've got there. Developing power. High crotch. I got him. High crotch. High crotch. Good. Over and over and over again. But I'm not just relaxing. I'm giving him that hip pressure so it'll help him build that power that he needs, build the technique power that he needs to be able to do these over and over again. Extension. Putting him in on a leg, single leg. Get to your single. Okay, right here. Hands locked. Pressure, pressure. Scoot your hips back. Now, I make him drill from right here. Go. Good. Now, when you know they're getting good at it and they're getting a little bit better at it, I put them on their belly. Okay? I hope that they never end up here. Most of the time they don't end up here. But I know if he can recover from this position, he's going to be able to score in this position if he gets stopped. So all he's going to do is get to a single leg. He's going to lay right on his belly. There's nothing easy about this. Okay? And I'm going to try to keep him from building. I'm going to make it as tough as I can. Go. Good. Go on your belly. Now I'm drilling. I'm putting good hip pressure on here. And if you get real good, go live. Just think of it. If you can finish going live from this position, the worst possible position that you could possibly be in, you're going to finish no matter what. You know, because more than likely you'll never be on your belly with your hands locked. So we'll see how good Kevin is. I'm going to go live. Ready, go. Well, I could stop him if I wanted. Okay? So it's a real physical drilling. This is physical drilling, but you know what? This is where points are scored. This is what makes difference in matches, is being able to recover after you've taken a bad shot or after guys giving you great defense and you're still able to put points on the board. That's when you know where you're at. So I think these skills and these techniques that I showed can really make a difference, but you have to give that second effort. And you have to drill them. Okay? I don't necessarily think that you need to drill them in a way that you go out and you shoot a bad shot to get to this position. I would put yourself in this position first and drill it, okay? Just like we did. We didn't take any bad shots and then drill it from there. And then eventually, have the guy, if you want to drill it from after you take a shot, don't shoot a bad shot. Just make sure he's got good defense. Okay, I want you to put me here, okay? And I might hit a shot, and I'm just kind of not going real hard. He slaps me down to the mat, boom, I'm dragging out, okay? But I hate when you drill bad technique. You should never drill bad technique. He should drill good technique, put me in that position. So I think this video will help you with that second effort. It's going to take a second effort. Don't quit on the takedown. Always remember, it doesn't matter if you get stopped. Find a way to score, and these are ways to score. Good luck.